Right, Jaya. Speak to me.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr.
Oh,
Dekker?
Dekker did home visits? No, actually, why did you email me Mariana's address? Did I ask for it? I am worried about the people turning up at their door. At her door. Knocking on it and making a big hullabaloo. I need to ask you about Ben. Before we get to your grief counselling, let me ask you about Ben.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
What did he see?
He thought he saw a creature
Oh.
coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Shiny, happy, sane people. Holding hands? Is that how that song goes? Shiny, happy people holding hands? Okay. Dekker did house visits.
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway.
Okay, that wasn't creepy, Jaya.
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Oh, Mariana's competition, is she?
I don't know everything. I know most things, but
Okay.
not everything. Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor?
No. I haven't read that book.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Wow, okay. A cult?
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor?
Yeah.
Perhaps you should check them?
I just got given a note, thank you. What is psychokinesis? Isn't that moving stuff with your mind? Or is that telekinesis? What is psychokinesis? Oh.
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
I was about to say, I was like, really? Okay. So... Ah. I'm going to ask about house visits again because I think that question got confused, but...
I don't know anything.
No, okay.
I'm fine.
Oh yeah, grief. The reason she's here in the first place.
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it.
Any
Grief,
word.
grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
Oh. How do you feel today, Jaya, my dear? What? Haven't we talked about that already? Well... Like someone's been whipped.
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it?
Freudian.
Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
Jaya, I actually love you. She cracks me up. Okay.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you...
Okay.
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
Oh. I'd say, like, excuse me, I did no such thing. And then it's like, is that not the point? Okay, well...
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling.
I've tried asking about
I
home
emailed
visits.
you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Home visits, not house visits.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Do you? I should ask Mariana about Dekker's home visits. I probably should! Thank you, notes! But before I do that... I would like to pry
Dr. Dekker asked me to have...
Valentine's, yes.
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Oh.
That's not something...
What can I say about that? Lonesome?
I'm a bit of a bookworm. I'm one of those annoying, constantly self-improving, overachieving types. Takes one to know one, eh, Doctor?
I am nothing like that. I go home after every session, watch TV, go to bed. Books, what are they? Okay. So... changing the world around you?
No, that's not it.
Okay. I thought it might say something.
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Should we ask her about Kojak? Kinesis.
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Oh. Gosh. So what, people like Bryce and his midnight hour, or Nathan with his loop day, or Elin with her shift. Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on. Whatever happened to Lacey and Jasmine? Where are they? When's Lacey coming back? Not that I mind, because she actually really scared me, but... Okay.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests
Everyone
that
is capable.
everyone is capable.
Everyone is capable?
No, not at all in my experience.
Oh.
Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Psychokinesis. Refer to Dekker. Okay. You've been looking for them?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought that might be something to bring up. Okay.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Yeah, yeah. That's not a bit scary or anything. Where you can see me?
Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering.
I'm trying.
He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things.
Yeah.
I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point.
Really? Tell me about it. Definite. Not Turing. Was he someone who climbed Everest? Was that Turing? Or was he a scientist? I don't know.
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up,
yes.
that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him.
You can't call them
I think I
extra
misjudged
weird.
him. I hope you deal with it better.
I'm trying.
There's just a lot of crazy flying around, Doctor. Don't catch any of it.
I'm trying, but it's infectious. Did you not read the title? Okay.
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak,
Yeah.
obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Yeah.
How do you make people who think they have special powers better?
I don't
Do
know.
you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
I don't know.
That's what I'd try to do.
Okay. Okay, I mean that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Sort of. Kinda. I mean, I get really intrigued, so I keep asking them questions about it, but...
No, not at all in
So
my
yeah, I'm gonna look at this
experience.
one,
Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who
and then I'm
claimed
gonna go back to Mariana
psychokinesis.
and ask her about the
Either he'd
thing.
been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Someone had been sending them. Sorry, I asked the wrong bit of that question. Someone...
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a
Claire?
handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution,
Claire?
especially if it's for murder.
Claire? Wow, okay. Interesting. So I'm going to go back to Mariana and ask her about the home visits.
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
No, I'm not.
Aren't we all your investments, Doctor? All the time, all the energy you've invested in us? Seeing how we're doing, making sure we're growing correctly?
You're not a plant.
He called it aversion therapy. Whenever I felt the urge to go to the sea, he would do something unpleasant.
Whoa.
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was unpleasant for me.
Wow, okay. Anyway, no. I'm not going to be making home visits.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
Oh, Mariana. Wow. Dekker just keeps getting darker and darker, this guy. Okay, I was interested just to see what else I could...
Sorry,
Cut
I
from
didn't
here.
mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
I mean, Mariana... Oh.
You're overthinking things.
No.
You don't need to ask me that.
Well, I wanted to. Okay. Well. Okay. That's interesting anyway. I guess we've just got Nathan left on this list now. Guess I'll do that next. Alrighty then.